Good afternoon, Steve from Portside. Please like and share my videos. Take the time. If you haven't followed Johnson's Portside on Facebook, please follow that. Also, watch for YouTube, because I'm going to be transferring these videos over to YouTube and eventually maybe going to YouTube. And I know I've said that before, but it hasn't happened, and I'm trying again. So, the following, as always, is my opinion. All right, we had a Mlfac meeting last night. I think we're at a turning point on the lake. I think we're at the turning point where the managers can't deny there's fish in the lake anymore, because all the test nets they pulled and everything they're coming up with shows that we have an abundance of population in Mille Lacs Lake. We have an abundance of baby walleyes that are actually growing at almost twice the speed. So we've got them, and we've got an abundance of perch, baby perch. 2 years running, we've had a good hatch of those. They're everywhere. Everywhere. We also have an abundance of mature perch at this point. So those perch over 9 inches are starting to be caught, and it looks like we got a stable population. We also have a huge overabundance of baby tulipies. So once again, Mother Nature stepped up, filled the voids. We got tons of bait fish in this lake. So many that they haven't even been recorded. And as far as walleye population goes, once they did pull the test nets, there's also record numbers in those, or at least well above their 20-pound average per net lift that they came up with arbitrarily somewhere. I did point that out, but however, there's 52 nets they want to pull on average. They say the lake is in good shape when they pull 20 pounds per net. Okay, so you can figure that out. That's an average, but it's a stupid average. That's my opinion. The lake does better when it's not overcrowded. I'll explain that. When we have a lower population of walleyes, they end up spawning better. When we have a high population of walleyes, basically some decide not to spawn. I mean, that's basically what it is. There's only so much forage to eat. Mother Nature knows that, and she'll basically signal things either go and spawn or don't. And I think the tulipies are on that same thing, because about every 4 years, we get this huge smack of big tulipies, big tulipy hatch, and we got it right now. Great. So as we're looking at all these numbers, suddenly we're looking at a 2 fish for winter as a possibility. 2 fish for winter regulation. Very possible, and should be 2 fish for the winter season. I believe they will lean hard that way, and it should carry into the summer season. Partially the reason, number one, is we got a ton of fish out here. The second reason is we know the catch rate is going to be low. And that's disappointing, but it's part of the cycle of this lake. We have a huge forage, meaning there's plenty to eat out there, and it's going to be harder to get them to bite your bait. That's what happens, which means that we take fewer fish out. So they can even set the quota higher, and it may not even come to attrition because there's no fish biting. So, we'll probably go through that. Oh, there's no fish in the lake. Well, there's too many fish in the lake. And I wish you'd try harder and catch more fish, because we need fewer fish in the lake. So I think the key is going to be the early ice when the guys are out smacking it. And then probably the ones that are venturing out, out on their own and drilling lots of holes, looking for active pods of fish. You'll find them. They're there. My guess on length, people have asked. I'm going to guess, and it was talked about 18 to 21 inch, maybe a range, and that 2 fish. So nothing set in stone. They don't have their numbers all ready yet, but I think that's where it's going to end up. So hard to say that Mille Lacs is a broken ecosystem when we're sitting on record walleye, record perch, record tulipies, record baby walleyes. I mean, everything is full in this lake. So let's go. I mean, things are in a great positive position, and like I say, maybe it's a turning point where the managers have finally seen that, yeah, the lake's in good shape, and maybe they can convince the other managers that, hey, the lake's in good shape, but maybe it's in too good a shape. So let's make a management decision that's good for the lake and not good for the quota, because that's all what happens. That's my opinion. That's all I got. Come on up. Great weekend coming up, MEA. Great weather. Fall fishing is full swing right now, and 70s during the day, 50s in the evening. Perfect night fishing stuff. Remember, you can fish till midnight. And it was also brought up, they might eliminate the night ban next fall completely after Labor Day. So there's another thing. Again, we need to start thinning fish out. How do we do it? Let's start keeping them. Let's do that. Come on up, use your blinker.